Welcome back. I'm Wavepunk, and this is week 60 of the Producer Diaries. Today we have a few projects to show you from last week. All small things, nothing too big. Starting with this little drum and bass idea. I made a few different basses here. All playing off the same MIDI. The drums are just a loop I got off of Splice. All of them just trying to experiment with different ideas. This first one was probably the one I liked the most. I'm taking this kind of harmonic morph wave that's in the digital area and moving its wavetable position. Automating everything with this LFO2 here. Kind of just in the normal triangular shape like this, but just with kind of brought up so there's more on the top end when it kind of gets up to its top value. Automating the level, the wavetable position, as well as the mix of the distortion. And what's the other thing here? The global amp there. Just trying to, which I don't think is actually really doing that much more. It's actually kind of just increasing the volume of it. This was fun. It did create this weird aural optical illusion thing, aural illusion, where I felt like this bass was out of tune when I tried to put it with like other synths. I thought that felt really out of tune. Now, sitting down a few days later to record the video, that sounds fine. I instead did this. It sounds more in tune to me. Now it sounds a little bit sharp, which it is. It's about 23 cents sharpened, but at the time it felt right. That was a really weird thing to go through, and it kind of killed the momentum on this piece, because every time I tried to build a new bass, as I started to make it more complicated, it would start to sound more out of tune. I didn't know what was going on. I think I was just probably tired that day. These basses all not that particularly interesting, but it was a fun little attempt at making some more drum and bass. This guy is pretty simple. Again, we have this same shape here, modulating a few things. It's modulating this same kind of harmonic morph idea. This was like me just iterating on that and trying to see if I could make one that didn't feel out of tune. But I ended up muting this oscillator and just kind of going with this synced up sine wave over the sub. Without the sub, you just have this, and through the distortion, actually the distortion is turned off. So the chugging you're hearing is literally just the amp here going up and down, the global amp. And then this guy, which again, this is kind of borrowing from this harmonic subtle, which is right here in the same kind of like harmonic set of wavetables. Doing the wave up and down, or the level up and down, the distortion, some compression. Nothing that complicated in this bass either. Maybe the most interesting bit is this guy down here, who is kind of borrowing from Porter Robinson of just this is a triangle wave that's being FM'd into the noise with a few voices there. It has filtered up high and then EQ'd a bit. Well, actually not EQ'd. The EQ's turned off for some reverb, some compression. So this is over project. Pretty simple. We had a few other fun ones. Going back to the Venjent follow-along project, I think I maybe showed you guys this at some point, or maybe I didn't show this to you guys. This was me copying Venjent through one of his drum grooves. I really like the drums he's got here are pretty fun. I was trying to copy it kind of one-to-one. And where he puts the kicks is different than normal drum and bass. We usually have the cha 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 cha, and this is like cha 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 cha. Like this is putting my own iteration on it. I made this hi-hat here, which is pretty simple. It's just this hi-hat noise that's being the pitch is being automated by this LFO, this stepper, while this stepper is modulating the level. The whole thing is being also panned around by this LFO. And then there's just like the littlest bit of reverb on there just to make a hi-hat sound. So it was kind of a cool little way to add that in there without adding a hi-hat sample. Practice making percussion in Serum too. It's kind of cool. And then the basses and stuff like that are pretty cool. I think I iterated on this bass a little bit. I also tried to flip the bass with some like wave, some time shaping stuff. Didn't really finish that, as it was a cool idea, but it wasn't like the best of ideas. I think I want to stick more with probably this sort of idea and like get like a good sub underneath there. But yeah, making the hi-hats there, iterating on the bass a little bit, tweaking a few things there, and then doing the automation to it. This project was kind of fun. The last thing I spent time on was trying to flip Girlfriend by Avril Lavigne.
Oh, in a second you'll be wrapped around my finger, cause I can do it better. There's no other, so when's it gonna sink in? She's so stupid, what the hell were you thinking? Oh, in a second you'll be wrapped around my finger, cause I can do it better. There's no other, so when's it gonna sink in? She's so stupid, what the hell were you thinking? Oh, in a second you'll be wrapped around my finger, cause I can do it better. There's no other, so when's it gonna sink in? She's so stupid, what the hell were you thinking?
A really groovy a vocal there. I like this sample a lot. I think that my basses are not living up to it at all. So this has been all this has just been kind of like different attempts at making different basses to go with this, watching some tutorials on bass music and like how to design bass music. Am I doing something wrong with the drums that's making this not glue together? And so far, no, my conclusion is no, my basses just need a lot of work. They're not really strong enough in the sub range. This is the first bass I made that's probably the best bass. That's this guy up here. You have this little guy FMing from this being PWM'd oscillator here, just slowly with this guy. Bringing even more and more in. This one's kind of cool because this being PWM, the shape is being automated by this LFO, which is kind of a normal shape in bass music, but we're automating on a dotted quarter, so it's giving that rhythm, which is just juxtaposing nicely against a lot of nice good syncopation in there. So a lot of hyper, no, actually not a lot of hyper, so a little bit of hyper, bit of distortion, bit of chorus, bit of compression to get that sound. I do like this one. I think I could iterate on this one a little bit more. And while I am recording this video a little bit into week number 61, I can tell you I am really excited about flipping this whole thing with some new fun tools. Serum 2 dropped today, and this is fascinating. This is like an insane tool now with so many new features that any of you that are into sound design will know all about this. This is probably the biggest day of 2025 for music production. As far as the music production world, this is a massive tool with so many new things, and there's lots of great videos out there on what is new about Serum, so I'm not going to talk about those right now. But I do think, as just kind of an update on the channel, I've been looking for more content to make that I think I can actually make really well, and I think I want to keep this channel's roots around me improving at making music being the most important thing and making good YouTube content being the second most important thing, I think I want to start doing one video a week where I just sit down for like an hour and work on sound design. So maybe we'll see a year of sound design stuff where I'm like just pulling up Serum, exploring new areas. There's so much to explore in this tool. We're probably doing new video series on that, so you can start to expect those videos. Excited about that. The first one should be coming out this week. But yeah, tomorrow I fly to the UK for 2 weeks. 1 week for Rocket League work, the other week to get ready for that Rocket League work, and I should be making some music while I'm there. So hopefully we get to see some more content in that amount of time. Thank you so much for watching. That's all for this week. See you guys next week. Bye-bye.